All right, it's Saturday the 15th. We're here on top of the Bear House looking south down at the old blacksmith shop. We're going to look out here at what we have going on with our septic system, and I'll try to give you a quick breakdown of how this happens. So out here, just off the corner, that is where our septic tank will go, a 1,000 gallon tank. And then we had to have 3 areas to test out that drop off a hill, but the pipes actually run perpendicular to the hillside. And the plumbing from the house to the tank to the leach fields all has to have a 1/4 inch per foot drop. So every 4 feet, you're picking up 1 inch of depth in the earth. So as we go further and further away from the house, the depth of the trenching and the depth of our tanks gets deeper and deeper. I'm not a mathematician, but it gets pretty deep after 100 feet. Now, we're going to come down here. We're going to look around at what we have. I'm going to step through here. This is looking down through the porch. And as I was saying, we really couldn't move forward because we needed lumber to be cut to finish where we had to remove rotted, decayed lumber. We've saved everything that we can, but now we're going to replace this siding, replace this black paper with modern paper as you saw on the other house. We're going to re-roof all of this stuff here with metal roofing. And as you can see, we've changed this valley with what's called a cricket roof. And this cricket now, if any water, as the water sheds, it's going to blast the water into this, shed it down over the porch roof and out, not against any walls. So I'm going to take a quick walk this way and then we'll go up top. Here we are. This is all live edge and it looks beautiful, pretty nice with live edge, all the outside cuts to the wood. But for the amount of money and time that it takes to actually remove this, replace this area here, versus coming over at a later date, setting up again, climbing up here, hauling lumber, materials, walking on top of our new roof. I'm not so sure. So I'm going to take us up. Oh, sorry. Let's go this way. Take us around here. So this side's pretty much been wrapped. And it's all dry. Nothing's going to go in here. We haven't had rain other than enough to splash on your face one time in 6 months. This roof will be done over eventually with everything. But nothing in here is getting wet. We couldn't go further because we didn't know what we were going to find under the roof until we took the roof off. Then we had to place a lumber order with a mill in Williams named Boards and Beams. Boards and Beams have been cutting frantically for us, and they're also in the process of moving their cutting mill to another location. So we've had to kind of work around their schedule as well. But there it is. This will be immaculate once the guys are over here in a couple days. All right, so as you can see, this one is also, it's slippery as hell up here. This one is tarped over, it's dry, no water's been getting in. we've added this cricket roof up there, and that cricket roof is to spray the water in two different directions so the water cannot accumulate against the wall. A cricket roof. All right, and there we are. We got some really big mature trees back there. I'm gonna take a step down there on our cricket roof. Oh, you can see how that ties together. Okay, bang. So we've worked on this as much as we could. We've done everything that we could with the materials that were available. And rather than to send everybody home, we moved over there to the cabin and used the materials we had over there. And now that one is pretty much finished. I would say 95% finished, minus water and septic and electric. So we are doing very, very good, I think, on budget for what we've done and what we have on site to complete it. All right. So we didn't have a choice. We had to move that old shed over there. It was falling down. It was full of junk and garbage. We salvaged everything that I could out of it. We had to move the fence. We had to clean up this area because when Mr. Fritz comes in here to put that tank in, there's going to be a huge mountain of dirt to put a 1,000-gallon tank underground and then backfill it with pure sifted out dirt. We can't throw rocks and stuff on top of it, so it goes through a metal screen to take out big rocks. There were fence posts and all kinds of rebar and stakes and everything out there to destroy tires, and no one, including myself, I wouldn't drive out there until I had walked and marked and collected every hazard out there. So we don't want our subcontractors coming in here and looking at it and saying, I'm not driving in there, and if you want me to drive in there, I'm going to just scoop it all up and bulldoze it all down until it's pushed in a pile so I can work safely with my equipment. Nobody's going to gamble a $1,000 tire. Right. And it's not just the tire, it's 2 days of lost work driving around to get your tire and everything like that. Just run down to the local convenience store and buy tractor tires. But everything's here is good. I'm very, very happy with it. It's bleached out. Some of that blackness, we can just use a chemical mixture we all know to get rid of that, and we'll bleach it out the same as this. This will all be the same. We'll spray it with our, you can see it down there behind all that plywood. That's our buckets and buckets of sealant. We got it. Habitat for Humanity. We almost stole it. And our ravens are getting restless for dinner. Okay, you can see, there he goes. Yeah, it's windy today. All right, there's the cabin over there in the distance. Yeah, I'm sorry, but we didn't have a choice. We didn't disturb anything we didn't have to. And if we need tires, Mr. Fritz will bring us over tires. We have, just us personally, with our vehicles out here, we have 24 tires plus spare. So we have about 28 tires. Just us alone. But everybody out here, you have to pay to dispose of tires. So if they can bring them to us for free or for $1, we'll charge them $1 and keep the tires. We're not too worried about those, boo-boo. All right, and also there's piles of tires all around this place, and those were in the way, and I wasn't going to move them twice. Here we go. Let me get down. Going down. I know. You're not kidding. Whoa! That was fun. So I should be really careful, is what you're saying? I shouldn't do any monkey bar tricks.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Ah! What am I doing? I don't know. Ding, 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 ding.